India's federal-based Central Bureau of Investigation is now in charge of looking into what caused one of the country's deadliest train crashes after railway police filed a case of criminal negligence. Officials say this marks a significant move, as only a detailed probe can establish if criminal tampering was really involved. Railway officials had earlier indicated the possibility of sabotage and tampering with the electronic interlocking system. Now, this detects the presence of trains. Initial investigations had pointed towards a signalling problem. The accident killed at least 275 people and injured around 1,200 others. Nearly 100 bodies remain unclaimed. Authorities are taking extra precautions after a woman tried to claim one of the bodies as her husband's in an attempt to claim compensation. A DNA collection process has since started for better identification. Meanwhile, families are still waiting to identify the bodies of victims to bring them home.
मेरा डेड बॉडी नहीं मिलेगा तो मैं इधर ही मर जाऊंगा, लग रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है। मैं डेड बॉडी लेकर मैं अपने गांव जाऊंगा, तो सब लोग देंगे, मैं लेके जाऊंगा डेड बॉडी। मैं परेशान हूँ, डेड बॉडी में रही है। बहुत परेशानी हो गया हूँ, अभी तक 3 दिन में ठीक से खाया नहीं, पिया नहीं है, इससे कारण अभी तक बॉडी एक ठो मिले हैं और एक ठो मिलने वाली है। जस्टिफाई करेंगे अभी। यहाँ से कितना टाइम लगेगा आपको? इसमें वापस जाने के कम से कम 9 घंटा लगेगा। 9 घंटा।
Services have since resumed through the Bahanagar Bazaar railway station, the station in control of and nearest to the crash site. Trains are moving slowly along the restored tracks as repairs are still being carried out. Well, this Ishan Garg joins us live from Bhubaneswar. And Ishan, dozens of bodies still left unidentified. But there have, as we just heard, been people making fraudulent claims. How will DNA testing play a part in preventing this?
Well, fraudulent claims have become a bit of a problem for the authorities. They have clarified that they are not receiving too many of these, but they are still receiving some of them in the city of Bhubaneswar, as well as at Balasore, where the crash had occurred. Now, what officials are trying to do is that they're trying to use the unique identification, very commonly known in India as the Aadhaar card, that includes the biometrics of a person along with their personal information, and they're trying to match that with the bodies of the victims. Along with that, they're also using DNA sampling. This is a process that started yesterday after the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Bhubaneswar, where I am, started collecting DNA data from the families of the victims. So they are using these two markers to ensure that the correct bodies are being handed over to the correct families, and therefore also making sure that none of these fraudulent claims they can go through, because the government's various authorities have announced nearly $18,000 as compensation, which is perhaps why some of these claims are being made. So the DNA sampling is solving a two-pronged problem for the government. On one hand, it's getting rid of these fraudulent claims, and on the other, it's helping a lot of these families reunite with the bodies of their loved ones.
Sean, meanwhile, the probe into the crash by the Central Bureau of Investigation hints at possible criminal involvement. What do you know about this so far?
Well, India's top investigative body, the Central Bureau of Investigation, has officially launched a report and has visited the site of the crash, and therefore formally has kicked off an investigation, possibly looking at the criminal aspects of in this crash. It's not very clear right now what they are looking for, but railway officials have said that the sequence of events that have gone wrong to make this tragedy the tragedy that it has become, a series of missteps must have happened. A series of technical failures must have happened, and because it involves so many steps, they think that it's unlikely that it's only because of technical failure, and therefore some kind of human involvement must be there. But at the same time, officials, including India's railway minister, has clarified that the angle of technical failures, it cannot be overlooked. He said that signal failure is likely one of the biggest reasons why this crash has occurred. We will find out more as this investigation progresses, but officials have said that the people who are guilty for this crash will be punished severely.
Thanks for that update. Ishan Garg live for us there from Bhubaneswar.